By the way, he's been a real leader here.
I saw your piece actually.
Okay. And he's been in Atlantic magazine.
In music.
Yeah. Oh, you what?
What?
You do music?
Yes.
That's amazing. That's a powerful tool.
I brought, well, what I typically do though is I play hip hop. There's Confederate demonstrators. So, yeah, I'm going to set up a microphone and
Okay. Oh, they're upset that more people know who Snoop Dogg is than knows who James Madison is. It's in one of their average. They have a youth group, you know. It's one of the justifications.
That group is testing.
Okay. Are you gonna hold up a sign or something this week to show that you guys are here?
Okay.
We're live by 5:30. So.
Okay, thank you.
Is Aaron going to be here? Is Aaron showing up? You know the Hilton group, are they going to be here at all?
What's that word?
Meal?
You know, the Hilton group?
Oh. Yes, this is part of it.
Okay, because I have a book for Aaron also.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this?
Because the Museum of the Confederacy enables neo-Confederate groups, and that's one thing we're protesting. Other cultural agencies in Richmond enable neo-Confederate groups. The third thing, we're hoping to let the public know what the Sons of Confederate Veterans really stands for. It's racism, anti-Semitism. Well, they hate a lot of people, okay? It'd be a long list.
Right.
And by just getting out here on the streets, letting people know about it, we're bringing it to the public's attention.
Oh.
Normally I write long papers with footnotes, but I decided to get out in the street. It's hard to do.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
So,
Great job.
they're here to protest too.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it. Is that the latest model you're riding? Are you going to get a detail?
Got detail
Yeah.
my Cadillac dog.
Put some Thunderbolts on it.
Okay. We'll do that.
You got it? No, I don't, unfortunately. Keys, please.
Maybe we can plan. Like, we can go to the shoulder we did for the museum across the street. People have already all set that up.
Okay, give them to me. Okay.
You make me feel safer. I can run faster than you can car if you have to run.
No, nothing's going to happen. They actually have very strong discipline about dealing with the press. If you go up to some, they'll direct you to someone that's designated to deal with the press. They're not supposed to talk to the press. And two, they don't want to do anything that gives the opposition any sympathy. So it's going to be very peaceful tonight, which I sort of appreciate myself.
You Edward?
Edward, yeah. When I was in my 30s, I could run faster, but I'm in my 60s now.
Are you from Texas?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, you came up here?
I'm in this Texas paper a lot because 1992, I came down to get rid of the Robert Lee statue, and it was not a very popular thing to do. And now everyone wants to get rid of the statue, so I'm like a pioneer of some sort. But I got hate mail. I had to get an unlisted phone number, unlisted landline for the younger people.
Yeah. We're Facebook friends. I'm Silver.
What?
We're Facebook friends. I'm Silver.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Good to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you.
I'm a Facebook friend with you, David.
All right. Well, the Richmond people have really helped. Been really helpful. Actually, I came here once. I was interviewing with semiconductor firm that was nearby. They folded. I can't remember what their name was. They changed the name. Quimondo. You know, and then they disappeared.
Go across the street. Let's go. Okay, bye. Am I tossing to Jonathan? Jonathan? No? Okay.
By the way, the letter I sent to American Civil War Museum, it's on the, well, you know, it's on the Facebook
Good
page.
evening.
all
Several
right.
protests have already started showing up in front of the Museum of Confederacy in downtown Richmond. The reception kicks off the convention this year. This is the 120th annual reunion the Sons of Confederate Veterans have every year. This has been 2 years in the making here in Richmond, but this year it has been met with a ton of criticism. One of the protesters was here right before me. He has a sign. Then across the street, if you could just follow me, some more protesters have signs up here. They plan on being here for a few hours. The reception has just kicked off at 5:30. Again, these people are out here protesting not only the museum for hosting the Sons of Confederate Veterans, but also what the group stands for. Here's what one of the protesters had to say.
You feel like 8-foot pole handy? I don't want to carry this weight hours.
And of course, we do have reactions from the Sons of Confederate Veterans. They have denied some of those accusations. They are starting to come into this museum. Hopefully we'll get a word from them later on this evening as well at the event. But for now, reporting live in
Right now,
Richmond.
we're
I'm
fine.
out here
Better
for
facility. Didn't you get the battery pack? Oh, you have the keys.
I'm gonna go do it. I
Okay.
don't want to miss him.
Bring those trash bags. I'm gonna go free again.
Bring the trash bag.
Welcome to Richmond.
This anchor.
Yeah, well, the way lightning works is electrical gap over the thing, so that's only like 18 inches. So, actually in Florida, the institute that researches lightning at the University of Florida, what they do is they shoot bottle rockets in the air and they have a trailing little metal wire.
Howdy.
Hello.
You gonna make ABC or anything?
Not for me.
Confederates are welcome here. Richmond is not your place. Accepting your heritage is built on slavery.
Good. Boy.
Looks like under a
Hey, Grant.
How you doing, man? Long time no see.
Yeah,
You give up on city council?
pretty much.
Basically have to.
More productive in other ways.
Quite a storm, huh? Yeah.
Dry right here. The awning keys over there, you can change it.
So it sounded like there was some yelling as we were walking up.
Oh, really? What, through the
Did you hear it?
megaphone?
I don't know. Now it sounds like people are yelling back.
Oh, no, I didn't really hear too much.
Really?
I'm glad this is water.
All I need is a Confederate flag and you'll shoot my photo.
RRY, cloth tail A.
So tell me again, what brings you out here?
Personally, I feel like it's my responsibility as a white person, especially in the South, to be speaking out against things like this that we see that contain elements of white supremacy.
You were telling me specifically the recent events. Why do you feel? I mean, you have a sign that says solidarity with Charleston. I mean, we're in Richmond. Some people might be like, "Why are you using the two? This has nothing to do with what happened in Charleston." What's your response to that?
Right. Well, so the Sons of Confederate Veterans does well to deny any sort of racism inherent in their ideals. But the reality is that people like Dylan Roof were inspired by the idea of the heritage and honor of the Confederate soldier and this idea of Confederate pride. And I'm not going to say that Dylan Roof is representative of everyone who flies the rebel flag, but I think that everyone should challenge themselves when these symbols obviously are tied to heinous acts and the continued violence against people of color in this country.
Ultimately, what do you hope happens or changes?
I don't know if I can say exactly what I hope changes. I don't know what the future is going to look like. I don't really look at things that way. I would say that I expect our generation to do away with these ancient ideas.
Do you think there's room for groups like Sons of Confederate Veterans to exist, or you think they should just call it quits?
I think that their premise was historical when they were founded in 1896, and it was a much different direction than the group has taken in the past few decades. But in reality, I have seen none of the members of Sons of Confederate Veterans or people who celebrate their Confederate heritage acknowledge that the idea of the South can't be divorced from the institution of slavery. That's an institution that built this country, and that's a responsibility of white people.
Where are you out here?
Can you tell me how old you are and what you do for a living?
Yeah, I'm 25, and I'm
I feel like you're putting me more on camera than my cameraman.
That doesn't matter. It's a public place.
And I'm just kidding. I'm used to it.
All right, appreciate it.
I would also like to add that the Commander-in-Chief, Charles Barlow, Southern Poverty Law Center, has tied in with the League of South, which is a no-hate group. Sons of Confederate Veterans they take a stand against the Ku Klux Klan, but they will not take a stand against other hate groups like the League of South
Or that aren't so obvious.
Yeah, as well as the Council of Conservative Citizens. That group is actually known for being the group that radicalized Dylan Roof, radicalized him into white nationalism.
So, they say what he did has nothing to do with us and what we're about, but you think there is a clear link there?
There is a clear link when members of your group are also in the group that radicalized him. And to refuse to take a stance against that group, but at the same time being on the stance that he is just a lone gunman, we don't stand for what he is, but we sure welcome the ideas that he represents. As they bring up the campus.
Back 49. Let's go back from here so I can show you the signs.
All right, appreciate it.
All right.
Stand right here. Let's just stand right here. Yeah, I'm gonna come this way and be like, Southern Science Heritage, excuse racism, solidarity with Charleston, white sounds, violence. Yeah.
Brought in the big gun.
star on the side.
But the package you will see starts with a guard.
I'm not a commie, I'm an anarchist.
This right here, I just had to feed it to you, so like, had it to be a package.
Or you think the stadium is dead? Talking about the stadium is dead?
Yeah, I think so.
I'd hate that we'd say North End is dead. Really? That's $2 billion.
Yeah, it's a waste.
On a fault line. It's a massive fault line.
Huh?
Massive fault line. If you go through Fukushima, think about this. You don't have a bad one.
Yeah, I need to get my eye down.
They were out at home.
Alright, cool. Yeah, we're just gonna do the back, to the tear back there. So stay on. Should we turn it? Yeah, go grab it really.
to the block, sir.
Who's off the top? Us? Oh, Brittany, okay.
What is video?
Yep, mic check, 1, 2, 3. same old. Another day.
And white supremacy, the gentleman just got here a few minutes ago, obviously taking a different stance and starting a conversation with these protesters. A lot of these protesters are here on the Richmond presidency. They just want to they're here, they tell me, against the Sons of Confederate Veterans, because they believe the group is a white supremacist group who support a system of oppression. Now, we had another gentleman across the street also holding a sign calling the group a Yield Confederacy group. He is opposing the Museum of Confederacy for hosting the event, saying he's just enabling this group that he disagrees with. So obviously people are out here holding signs. Several cops are walking by, asking questions, exchanging a dialogue, which is sort of something the group was hoping for. We will be out here for a while. The reception will end at 8 o'clock. Protesters tell me they plan on staying here the entire time, and which I could potentially actually speaking to members of the Confederate Veterans. We'll be out here. Let's see how that goes. Now, recording by
This is what I'm going to say.
I should have kicked you.
Oh, right. Well, Sabrina, since we joined you here on the news at 5, we have a small gathering. It's gotten a little bit bigger. Take a look at this. Confederate flag just joining us within the past few minutes, but take a look at the other protesters. Not my flag, standing right beside Heritage. Stop excuses for racism. Now, what's good? Turn you over across the street right here. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2. And as you can see, a small group of protesters outside the Museum of the Confederacy Wednesday night. This is where the Sons of the Confederate are gathering for an annual dinner. Most of their convention will take place at the Doubletree off Midlothian Turnpike. Working for you tonight in downtown Richmond. I'm Joe St. George, CBS 6 News.
Well, Sabrina, since we first joined you on the news at 5, we had a small gathering. It's gotten a little bit bigger. As you can see behind me, a gentleman flying the Confederate flag just joined us a few minutes ago, standing right next to Not My Flag and Heritage. Stop excuses for racism. But let's take you across the street. This is all happening if you want to here. Because the Sons of Confederate Veterans having their annual conference here in the heart of Richmond, right, of course, in the Museum of the Confederacy. And we spoke with one of their members a little earlier today about the membership of the group. Take a listen to what he had to say. Back here live. This gathering started around 5:30. We had a downpour come right on top of us, but a stream of Sons of Confederate Veterans walked into the building around 5:30, met with plenty of cheers. We're going to stay here until the news at 11 and bring you an update on what exactly happens here. But bottom line, a civil, largely silent protest as we're passing the 6 o'clock hour. But for now, that's the latest here downtown. Mike Valerio, NBC 12. Now, we're somehow supposed to do ads lights for CBS. We have to call back later. Yes. wait.
What does this sign mean? What is it for the Neo beginning of that?
I think he's trying to say he's not happy with how they
About oppression.
even though I thought, God, using this is the greatest thing in the world. Now I go to Amazon.com or something online and order everything.
It's how it is. It's like, you know you're all racist. I don't care what publication, what bullshit you put out there.
You know. And I'm glad that I'm not the only one. I'm sure there's a lot of them. Well, I think it's shifted because my co-author and I, he's at DePaul University, we were asking, because we had a lot of this information back in 2000 something, and I said, why is it now? Well, of course, the shooting, to me that's like a match that sets something on flame. And I think maybe it's 20 years, the public's shifted on this. I think also people
and that if they're going to be a group that is opposed to racism, they need to remove the racism within their own group. If they truly want to remember history, they need to remove their racist attitudes.
We've been here since 5 o'clock and we're having grown a little bit larger. You can see behind me over the past few minutes we have a gentleman now joining us flying the Confederate flag next to signs, of course, that say, "Not my flag." Heritage, stuff, excuses for racism, and solidarity with Charleston. Let's take you across the street, though, and show you why exactly this is happening. The Sons of Confederate Veterans are gathering here in the Museum of the Confederacy for their annual conference. Take a listen to what one member had to say about the membership of his group. We spoke to him just a short time ago. Okay, go to the side. And then our back live. Backlight we have to do a little different than NBC. All right, backlight. 3, 2. And these protesters actually stood here through a downpour, getting soaked and saying that their cause is too important to take cover and essentially make a run for it. But as we take you just back over here, you can see the other end of the protesters mostly outnumbering people who are supporting the Confederate flag. But again, the Sons of Confederate Veterans here in Richmond, where most of them meet for their annual convention. Of course, we'll stay on top of it. For now, that's the latest here from Richmond. Michael Larry, Fox News 10. Okay. You guys do what you done? No, because she just wanted to be over here. Let me wait. Okay.
Confederate Veterans with the Confederate flag. And mainly he is outnumbered by these people holding up signs for the residents who say they don't support the group or anything they believe in, and they're hoping them coming out here will start a conversation nationwide. Do it one more time. One more time. One more time. Where is this gonna go? YouTube?
Vimeo.
Am I ever gonna see this?
Yeah, you can see it
Hi.
tomorrow.
The Sons of Confederate Veterans are inside the Museum of Confederacy holding the reception to kick off the convention, but out here across the street, several members of...
Sorry. I know you're doing it. I'll wait. Go ahead.
Okay, it'll be 30 seconds. 3, 2. Sons of Confederate. 3, 2. Members of the Sons of Confederate Veterans are inside the Museum of Confederacy for their reception to kick off the convention, but across the street a small group of protesters have gathered holding up signs saying, "Not my flag, heritage, stop excuses for racism." Obviously, one gentleman came out holding the Confederate flag in support of the group Sons of Confederate Veterans, but mainly people here are... Justin, go for it. Oh, you really have to put that on camera? My bloopers?
Yeah.
Yeah, my stand up. I don't want to flag. But outside the Museum of Confederacy, a small group of protesters have gathered, holding up signs in opposition to the reception of the Sons of Confederate Veterans. You can see many saying, "Not my flag," solidarity with Charleston. One gentleman, though, did come out with the Confederate flag in support of the group. Tonight, this is starting a conversation here in Richmond, and everyone hopes to start a dialogue nationwide. Okay.
Alright, so what do you guys regarding which one do you guys want to ask a couple more questions regarding you guys?
Someone else did.
Yeah. What do you guys want to talk regarding the three guys?
Culturally, we should just move past it, put it in the history books, and remember it for what it was.
Can I get you to spell your name, please?
Daniel Farguson, DanielFargason.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Right now, out here at the Museum of Confederacy, the Sons of Confederate Veterans are inside for their annual reunion. If you join me over here across the street, it's a large group of protesters that gathered saying, "Not my flag," and solidarity with Charleston there protesting the Sons of Veterans. And just moments ago, there was a man out here with a Confederate flag. Although these people are different in viewpoints, they are all here to get their point across.
You want to do another take or you good?
I'll do one more.
I can grab some drink. Grab Gatorade from Matt and Francisco.
We actually shoot this one on my phone.
You want to join it? You're not going to get the audio.
Oh, you're right. What am I thinking? Yeah, let's just get it.
That's one of your days. It's my heritage to make sure that monuments aren't further desecrated, that my son has the opportunity to take his son and his grandson to see these places to remind us of our history.
Here's my last question, and then I'll let you go on your merry way. For all the people who say that the flag represents slavery and the people fought for seceding from this country, what do you say to them? And they're under the impression, why are we flying the flag if it stands for fighting for slavery and fighting to break away from our country?
They need to further read the Articles of Secession. The fact is that a very small percentage of people in the South actually own slaves. It's the media, no offense, has spun this incredibly into something else. Because a madman takes a gun and kills a bunch of people, that's not the problem of this flag didn't kill anyone. This flag's an inanimate object. The argument could be made in so many cases that there's crime that goes on every day that has nothing to do with this flag. The days prior to this gentleman shooting up a black church, there was not this massive outcry about this inanimate object. Like I say, it's my heritage and this is what I'm here for. And again, it's my right to free speech. I don't think that it should be labeled as a racist symbol because I'm certainly not a racist person. I'm not raising my child to be racist. I think that I should be able to display part of my heritage for years to come without any harassment, without being accosted because I happen to have it.
You want to add anything else? Those are all my questions.
You mind if I ask you one question? Sure. Do you see a difference between having the right to fly your flag anywhere you feel on your personal property versus having a government state-sanctioned flying your flag or monuments? Should taxpayers have to pay to keep your flag up?
It's a part of our history. Do you take the same approach when it comes to items in Williamsburg? Do you take the same approach?
Absolutely. I do, absolutely.
Well,
Actually, I despise going to Williamsburg where people run around acting like slaves.
Well, and again, that's your right to your opinion.
I'm just asking, should we pay tax dollars to promote and hold up your flags and monuments?
It's not promoting or holding it up.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know.
Just enough to make that
No play. No, you can't.
Civil War. Algebra 2?
Confederate flag ID?
You need the Civil War to argue the side. No one's trying to do that. We don't want the Museum of the Confederacy to enable the Confederate groups. Well, there's something different. There's a difference between the Holocaust, between a Holocaust memorial and a Hitler highway.
You guys really go to school and learn all that.
I think anyone with common sense can figure that one out.
Yeah,
You don't have to go get an education. It's basic common sense.
Well, common sense is not an education. We're all one side. There's more protest there.
What?
I guess he's a protester.
Well, I don't have anything to do with it.
They have all these sort of little arguments they run around in their head, these do loops, I don't know really makes sense because no one's called them on it. What? Yeah. I guess it's the basis for the Game of Thrones. Oh, that one. Okay. The media has actually a lot of hanging around in ways that it can happen. Oh, they got a nice break. I'm happy.
Got 12 different compositions coming out.
Nice.
It's a loose group of people who want to make a statement.
Yeah.
Because that's the truth. The truthfulness will heal. And it's the lies since the turn of the 19th century. No! It's the lies which cause the damage.
How long have you been advocating for this?
Since this stuff got all wound up this time, we're getting ready for the bike race when things opened up full tilt, so we had to pick up the pace a little bit. Got a petition on change.org for it. Probably go active tonight in the Indiegogo fundraiser. And we got 12 big signs. Gonna take them out every chance we get, wherever they show up.
And your petition is to replace these?
Well, to put truthful signs up. There are no truthful signs anywhere on mine. There's no spec of anything except the grandness and the glory and the lies. And that's what's caused the damage. And, I mean, the truth is that
those were like Martin Luther King. They were Southern Christian. They actually believed in the Bible. And no rioting. They're just the opposite. Ferguson.
Baltimore.
Listen, he doesn't understand. So, I don't want to. Right.
Are you guys going to go someplace to eat afterwards?
Don't have any plans on that. No idea how long we're going to be.
Oh,
Things keep showing up, so
okay.
we'll wait. Don't mind.
Well, this might be fun, just sit down and chat. I brought down a collection of their books. We could go through them. You might find them real interesting, or just have tea and just say hello and chat and everything.
We'll see what people want to do.
What?
We'll see what people want to do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also, in the future, if you're dealing with some group, I'm always willing to provide research materials. Okay, like you might get coverage of the next Confederate veteran. They might be really ticked at you. If your picture's in there or something, I'll scan it and I can Dropbox it. Send you information. I do that for a lot of people. That's one of my primary functions. Archiving, indexing,
English, and French, and Spanish, colonial powers, and they were stuck for it.
Well, I tried to reach out to you.
And they weren't getting any help from no one.
What's your name?
Well, thanks so much. That's what I talked to you.
Oh, yeah, but I wasn't quite sure. I get pranked a lot. And I got a Neo Confederate pretending to be someone every month, and I wasn't quite sure reading the tone where you were. We got good media coverage. You got interviews. Help you get support. Yeah.
But don't you understand it wasn't about slavery? And they don't know that each and every state in their articles of secession and the Confederate Constitution talked about it, because first and foremost and always it was the state. And that's what they fought for. There were many other grievances. I am sure. I'm sure. You know where it's at.
He's on a sunflower, but that flag doesn't represent.
Well, I am an interpreter.
I'm not talking about you. This means that as a Southerner, that flag is ALA. Don't touch me. I didn't ask you to touch me. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Its intention is to lubricate that fault line with truth. And truth is really the only thing that will kill us. So we picked up the pace, and there's probably 36 people who've been working, composing, critiquing, editing. We've got, probably will go live tonight, and I'll get it to you when petition coming up on change.org and an indie Gumbo fundraiser, and we're going to keep on going. Well, for these signs to be brought out whenever and wherever is necessary, including the bike race, and we'll keep on going right up to including billboards during the race.